Hello, and welcome to Healthier and Happier Humans, episode 5. I am Ashley McGee, and today I have a question for you. Do you struggle or do you feel like you don't have enough time to be healthy? All right, so if you are like probably 80% of my clients at least, the answer to that's yes, a resounding yes, because a lot of people just don't know how to make eating healthy less time consuming, because it can be time consuming. I mean, geez, my parents make their own almond milk. I'm like, all right, that's like, I don't want to do 5 hours of meal prep, but this is all about meal prep because I do believe in it. Super helpful. And here's the thing, the goal of meal prep, at least as the way I frame it, teach it, love it, live it, is you want to have a variety of pre-cooked staples, basically pre-cooked or pre-prepared staples. So you have healthy food that's grab and go when life gets crazy, because it does, right? Or let's be honest, sometimes we just don't want to cook, right? Like I want to put on sweatpants and be on my couch and watch all of the Netflix. I don't want to cook. Well, meal prep helps with that too. So you have something healthy to go to instead of ordering a pizza. Okay. So the counter argument a lot of times that I get to meal prep is I get bored eating the same thing every day. Or I can't do meal prep because it's boring. Like I don't want to eat a salad every day, right? And I'm like, okay, well, first of all, there's ways around that, and like don't eat you don't need to eat a salad every day to be healthy. Like you're doing it wrong. Okay. So the two biggest things that I recommend to get around that argument for meal prep is A, prepare a variety of foods, okay? And B, this is my little trick, is I don't season a lot of them when I first cook it. So like I will batch cook like brown rice or quinoa, for example. I don't season it. I'll put like maybe some coconut oil, olive oil, or ghee in it for like a little bit of flavor, but don't season it. And the reason why is that way I can actually mix it in a variety of different dishes and season it how I want with that dish. So if I'm going to do a burrito bowl, for example, I'll throw some taco seasoning in it instead of making a big batch of like taco seasoned rice, right? Okay. So how this helps you, how meal prep helps you, because this is what matters, right? Like what do I get out of this? Because time is important. So first of all, it helps you free up time during the week. I like to do my meal prep on Sundays, so then going into the week, like it's all good to go. And so it frees up that time during the week when you tend to have more things going on. Now, if you have a non-traditional schedule, pick your meal prep day that works best for you. Makes sense. It makes eating healthy easier, right? When you have things that are already ready to go for you, that are healthy choices, you're not necessarily going to gravitate towards fast food or, unhealthy snacks, or just subsisting on eating peanut butter out of a jar, which is not like the worst thing, but it's also not very balanced. So it also helps you save money, right? Because think about it. Put your head in this mind space. You don't have a lot of time. You're feeling lazy. You don't want to cook. You don't have any food in the house. What do? You're going to eat out or order out, right? Both of those things are expensive. I mean, God, like delivery fees alone are usually like more, I feel like half the times are like more than what my actual meal would cost, right? So when you are meal prepping, you're cooking for yourself more, you're saving yourself money. It's actually a way more frugal way to do it. And it, also benefits like your body, right? And it frees up mental space. So if you are super busy, maybe you're a working mom, or dad, right? Like working parent, and you are thinking about work. You're thinking about what activities the kids need to go to. You're thinking about the fact that you need to renew your car registration, right? So all these things are happening. Being able to remove what's for dinner from that list of things to worry about is really, really helpful. It frees up mental space so you can deal with other things, because we have a limited amount of brain power, y'all. So that is one of the other ways it helps you. Okay, so what are my go-tos? What are my faves? So I mentioned a couple. So I typically like to batch cook chicken breast or chicken tenders, ground beef or ground turkey. I do typically do that in like a taco seasoning because that's the normal way I eat it. But you know, you do you. By the way, you can also throw ground beef that has taco seasoning to like a chili and it's still like delicious. So anyway, brown rice or quinoa or cauliflower. And the reason why I always get those options is like, personally, quinoa is not super great for my body. I'm one of those people that gets gastric distress, if you will. My stomach cramps when I eat quinoa. So consequently, I don't eat it. I do brown rice or cauliflower rice instead. Sweet potato, great, and so many different ways to cook it. Like you can just straight up cook a sweet potato, or I usually do fries, but again, you do you, right? Like the nice thing is about this is you can customize this so it's stuff that you like and it's stuff that you'll eat. Both important. Salads. Now the trick with salads, don't put dressing on it. So you can cut up the vegetables, you can pre-toss it, but don't put dressing on it because that will make it soggy. Save your dressing until you're ready to eat it. But then you have a go-to salad for a few days as well. Grilled or roasted veggies, so you can either grill them, like saute them or whatever, or you can pan roast them, like baking sheet, cover it with a bunch of, like, if you like, oh, I don't know, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, carrots, I'm just naming things now, but you can put those all on like a baking sheet, drizzle some olive oil on it, roast them, and then you have those as a healthy side for the week. It's great. And another favorite of mine is soup, because especially like this time of year during the fall, winter, like I love me some soup. I like to do like a chicken soup or a lentil soup, all good stuff. Anyway, so those are some of my favorites. I would love to hear from you if you struggle with meal prepping or if you have some other go-tos that I didn't mention. Like I'm always about like getting new ideas, learning more stuff. So definitely, let me know if you have a favorite I didn't mention. And the other thing I did want to talk about is I currently have room in my calendar for 2 new coaching clients for the month of November. So if you are interested in, especially during this time of the year, like if you want some accountability and some coaching to just stay on track with your goals through the holidays, that's a big part of what I do. So I will put a link to a free coaching consultation in the show notes, because I also want you to have the chance to talk to me and see if we're a fit, right? So I would love to partner with you. Let me know if go to the link if you're interested in doing that. And in the meantime, stay healthy, y'all, and I'll talk to you next week.